Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening Cold Spring Harbor. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. How are you guys doing? How's your gardening coming along? Why don't you guys let me know in the comments below. Today I am having mixture of emotions. I am so happy and thrilled, yet I'm also kind of sad. Why am I happy, guys? Because I get to pot my summer 2023 containers, guys. Yes, it is finally time to pot my summer 2023 containers. So why am I sad, guys? I am kind of sad because I have to say goodbye to the flowers and my spring containers. As you could see, these guys have lasted me quite a while. I potted these spring containers back in March 2023 and they've been blooming and doing great. But finally, it is time to say goodbye to spring 2023 containers and hello to summer 2023 containers. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I pick out the plants for my summer containers, why I pick those specific plants out, and I'm going to take you step by step and show you exactly how I pot my summer container. So for those of you who are looking for that online channel that offers tips, tricks, easy yet proven gardening advice to take your home gardens to that next level, stick around, guys. Start with clicking the subscribe button, and if you never want to miss any of my upcoming gardening videos, also click the bell icon as well. YouTube will notify you every time I'll upload a new gardening video. Now come with me, let's get started. Let's get these summer containers all potted up. As you may guys already know from my previous video where we potted my spring containers together, I do like to create dimension when it comes to potting up my annual flowers. I like to choose flowers that are a bit taller and I position them more towards the center of my containers. And then I like to surround the center plant with shorter plants that have a little vine to them. Because when they fill up the container, I like to see that vining overfilling dimension to my container. So for my summer container this year, guys, it was a very hard choice, I must say. But what I picked was the Cali Citrus Fire mix. So these are the shorter vining flowers. I love the yellows, the peachy coral color, beautiful. These remind me of the Super Tunia, guys. And then I picked this beauty over here. Look at these stunning flowers. They remind me of almost like desert plants. So these are called Cupcake Party, and these are full sun to part shade flowers, guys. I think this is going to be a stunner. So I want to place these kind of in the middle and surround them by these more shorter vining flowers. I think it's going to look stunning. I love the combination of yellows, pinks, and corals. So now it's time to empty out my Campagna pots to get rid and discard of all the old spring flowers, and then add some biotone, some organic biotone to the existing soil and pot up the new flowers. So let's get started, guys. Make sure you get all the roots out of there. What a big mess, guys. Almost there. Now what I like to do is I like to go through the soil and make sure that there is no roots left in the soil, like so. If there's any debris left, of course, to get rid of that as well. And now my containers all ready to be potted up with summer plants. So prior to placing any new flowers or plants into any of my containers, I always like to amend my soil with the Spoma Organic Biotone Starter Plant Food, guys. I mix it in thoroughly into the existing soil. This will help give the best kickstart to my flowers and my plants. For those of you who are not familiar with this product, I will link it in the comment section below, guys. This is an excellent organic product, and it has done miracles for me and my home garden in the past. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy using it as much as I enjoy using it every single season in my home garden. For those of you, my loyal viewers, and you guys, my precious subscribers, as you guys may know from the previous videos, I do have 2 of these Campagna pots sitting on the sides of my garage. You could see that this one is still filled with the spring flowers. I did not get a chance to empty out this one yet. So my goal is to make these 2 containers essentially identical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all of these flowers that I picked out this year for my summer containers, and I'm going to make sure that I spread them out evenly to make sure that both of my containers will look exactly the same or as close to each other as possible. Another quick thing to mention is why I picked out the yellow, the oranges, and the corals this year is because my containers are right near my black-eyed Susans, as you could see. So I thought that the black-eyed Susans, they're this bright orange color with a dark brown center. So I thought that if I plant corals, yellow colors, pink, peach colors near the black-eyed Susans, I thought they would complement each other very beautifully. So I want to give it a try this year and see how it will look. So now let's add some Biotone Organic Starter Fertilizer into my existing soil. So what I like to do is I like to sprinkle some right on top like so. Remember, by adding this, you are giving the best head start to any plants that you're planting. And then I use my hand and I thoroughly try to mix in the Biotone into my soil as much as possible. If you feel like you haven't added enough, of course, guys, there are instructions in the back of the packet on how much to add to what space. But I always like to just sprinkle some visually and thoroughly mix it in. And now my soil is ready to be potted up with new plants. So let's take a look here. I always like to first position my plants kind of how I would want them to sit in the container prior to actually planting them into the soil. This way you could play around with the plants, meaning if you don't like the way they're looking in one space, maybe you can move some plants around. Maybe you can add other plants for more color, for more dimension. Either way, guys, let's see here. So I was thinking that I'm gonna put this one in the middle and surround it by, like so, by these vining beautiful plants. I love the yellows and the corals. Aren't these just stunning, guys? And these should last me until the end of summer. Then it's going to be time to pot up my containers once again with fall blooms, guys. Isn't this just stunning? This is beautiful. What do you guys think? Why don't you guys let me know in the comments below? Do you guys like the flowers that I selected this year? How do you think the combination looks? Do the flowers look good together? I love reading your comments, guys. I personally respond to each and every one of you. I love talking to you, my fellow gardeners, and you guys, my loyal viewers. Now that I have my plants, my annual flowers positioned in my container exactly how I like it, where I want them to be planted, it's time to get these gorgeous, beautiful babies into the soil. So now I'm going to plant each plant one by one. Again, if I need to move some plants a few degrees to the right or to the left, of course, that's not an issue at all. But I think overall, this container will look stunning. Let's get the hole dug up for our center plant. Again, I might plant it more higher, like elevated a bit. Why? Because I do want it to perk up a little higher than the surrounding flowers. So you do want to think how deep of a hole you want to make. And I do not want to make a very deep hole, again, because I do want this center plant to be higher up than the remaining plants that I selected. Again, prior to placing any plant into the soil, I once again amend my soil with the biotone starter fertilizer. So each hole that I will be making for my plants will be once again amended with biotone organic starter fertilizer. Just wanted to quickly show you guys the abundant root system that this flower has. I guess this plant's been sitting in this tiny container for a while, guys, and it's way overdue for planting. So remember, you have to loosen up the root system a little bit with your fingers, kind of get in there and loosen it up before you put it in the soil. You could see here that I did get in there with my fingers and loosened up the root system a bit. It was way too compacted, too dense. You don't want to do that to your plant. Again, you want this plant to thrive and succeed in your container or your home garden. So now it is time to place our plant in the center of our container. Now that our flower, the center plant, is in place, let's get all the surrounding flowers in here. So we're doing essentially the same thing. We're going to make a hole. Again, remember, you have to consider how deep you want to plant this plant. So once you make your hole, I like to amend it once again with biotone. So each plant will get a little bit of biotone. Let's see over here. Well, this one's a bit more loose than the previous one. Here, let's put this guy over here, like so. Excellent. Let's make sure we backfill accordingly. It's okay if some dirt falls out, guys. Gardening is, or can be, quite a messy job sometimes. Not a big deal. Again, if I haven't mentioned yet, and I apologize, I will be watering this container as soon as I am done planting it, because we are having a hot summer day here in Long Island, New York today, and I do want to make sure that I do not deprive any of my plants the hydration that they're so desperately looking for. So here, let's get our second flower into place. Here you go, guys. Again, don't be afraid to get messy. Don't be afraid to get in there with your hands. I like to backfill like so. Remember, it's okay if there are some spaces between the plants. As they will grow, they should fill in your container. I love the vining effect of this. Don't you love it, guys? Here, let's see over here. Now let's come to this side. Yes, it is, guys. It's a humid, hot day here today in Long Island, New York. So I'm just trying to get this gardening job done as quickly as possible so I can go in and take care of my other home chores and responsibilities. So see, these guys have much less dense root system, but that's okay. Isn't this a stunner, guys? Push it in a little bit if you have with your hands. It's okay, guys. Don't be afraid to get in there. Again, you can fix up your plants, position them where you want them to be, how you want them to be. I think this is already looking like a stunner. Here you go, guys. My first summer 2023 container has been potted up, and I just wanted to show you guys what the final result looks like. I think it looks pretty darn good, guys. And again, I just wanted to show you guys the Rudbeckia, the black-eyed Susans I have growing over here. You could see how the orange and the yellows complement each other very, very nicely. So what I'm going to do now is essentially pot up my next container, which is right on the other side of the garage. As you could see, I already have my biotone ready. It's on plants. I'm going to get this container to look exactly as stunning as this container looks now. And of course, again, I'm going to water this container right now because we are having a hot, humid day here in Long Island, New York. We are going to almost 90 degrees and over 80% humidity. So I want to make sure that my plant gets as much hydration as possible. For those of you who are wondering what kind of soil I prefer to use in my pots and containers, I definitely went through my fair share of different soils, and I did end up preferring the organic potting mix by Spoma Organic. It does help with my plants. It does keep them happier for a longer period of time. It's a natural soil. It is organic. And again, with the kids and the pets in my home, I prefer to use as many organic ingredients and products as possible, especially when it comes to my home gardening. So for those of you who are not familiar with this soil, I will link it in the comments below. But it is, guys, it's an excellent soil. And again, it's meant for organic use. And my plants and my flowers have been very, very happy growing in this particular soil. And this bag is 56.6 liters. Here you go, guys. Both of my summer Campagna pot containers have been potted up. So before I end this video, I wanted to give you guys a quick last glimpse of what my containers came out looking like. Again, this year I decided to stick with the combination of yellow, peach, corals, and pinks for my summer 2023 containers. And since again I have two containers, identical containers by my garage, I did make them identical. So they both have the same amount of flowers, annual flowers, and of course the same number of plants. So they would look exactly the same. Stunning. And I have already watered my containers. So now it's time to enjoy them and to see them thrive. This is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here on this gorgeous summer day in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. Today, you guys joined me as I potted up my first set of summer 2023 containers right over here in front of my garage. I enjoyed spending this time with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content of this video. If so, please click thumbs up below. It's super easy for you to do. You're so pleasing and rewarding for me, knowing that you guys enjoyed watching this video, that you found this video to be useful, helpful, informative. Leave your comments below, guys. Let me know. Have you potted up your summer containers yet? If so, what flowers did you choose to plant in them? If you have any pictures of those containers, please, guys, share those pictures with me. I'd love to see what your summer containers look like. And for those of you who haven't yet subscribed to my channel, do not wait any longer, guys. Do so today. All you have to do is click the subscribe button below. And if you are enjoying the content of my videos, also click the bell icon as well. YouTube will notify you every single time I'll upload a new gardening video. Everyone, as I always say, stay healthy, happy, enjoy gardening, guys. And I'll see you again in my new upcoming gardening video. Bye, guys. Happy gardening.